Can you believe it? The lights inside Dubai Mall are still shining. Every luxury store, every glowing fountain, every indoor ski slope still looks perfect from the outside. But walk through some of those corridors today, and you notice something strange. Silence. Not the silence of closing time, but the silence of a place losing the crowds that once made it feel unstoppable. This is not just a story about a slow tourism season. This is the story of how Dubai, one of the most ambitious cities ever built, may be entering the most dangerous phase in its modern history. A city constructed on luxury, tourism, debt, and endless expansion is suddenly showing cracks that can no longer be hidden behind glass towers and billion-dollar marketing campaigns. To understand why this matters, you first have to understand what Dubai was designed to become. Dubai was never supposed to be an ordinary city. It was built as a global fantasy. In the early 2000s, the leadership of Dubai made a decision that shocked the world. They would not wait for the future. They would build it themselves. Out of the desert came projects that looked impossible. The Palm Jumeirah, an artificial island shaped like a palm tree. The Burj Khalifa, the tallest building on Earth. Massive luxury resorts, giant shopping malls, indoor ski slopes in one of the hottest climates on the planet. Dubai wasn't selling real estate, it was selling spectacle. And for years, the strategy worked perfectly. At its peak, Dubai Mall alone attracted more than 100 million visitors every year. The city became a symbol of wealth, ambition, and futuristic luxury. Millions of tourists from India, Europe, Russia, Africa, and Southeast Asia traveled there because Dubai felt like a dream they could actually afford. But slowly, the numbers started changing. The first major shock came during COVID-19. Tourism collapsed almost overnight. Hotels emptied, flights stopped, and for the first time in decades, Dubai looked vulnerable. At first, many people believed the crisis was temporary. And for a short period, Dubai seemed to recover faster than many other global cities. Luxury real estate boomed again. Expensive apartments sold out within hours. Influencers flooded social media with images of packed beach clubs and luxury lifestyles. But underneath that recovery, deeper problems were growing. Inside Dubai Mall, retail vacancies quietly started increasing. Luxury brands began reducing investment. Some stores did not renew leases. Entire sections of the mall started feeling emptier than before. Visitors reported walking long corridors without seeing many shoppers at all. That matters because Dubai Mall is more than just a mall. It represents the entire Dubai model. Dubai depends heavily on tourism, luxury shopping, real estate, and constant construction. If foot traffic in the world's largest mall begins declining, it signals something much bigger happening underneath the surface. And that bigger problem is debt. Massive debt. Dubai spent decades borrowing enormous amounts of money to build its futuristic skyline. The strategy was simple. Build attractions, attract tourists and investors, use that money to pay the debt, then keep building even more. As long as tourism kept growing, the machine survived. But when tourism slows down, the debt does not disappear. The payments continue, the pressure increases, and suddenly, the entire economic system becomes fragile. Analysts estimate Dubai's total obligations, including government-linked debt and corporate liabilities, have reached extremely dangerous levels compared to the size of the economy itself. Dubai has already experienced this once before during the 2008 financial crisis, when Dubai World nearly collapsed and Abu Dhabi had to step in with billions of dollars to prevent disaster. This time, however, the situation may be more complicated, because Dubai is no longer the only luxury destination in the Gulf. For years, Dubai had almost no serious regional competition. If tourists wanted luxury in the Middle East, they went to Dubai. But now Saudi Arabia is spending hundreds of billions through Vision 2030 to create entirely new tourism megaprojects. Projects like Neom, Diriyah, and Alula are attracting massive international attention. Unlike Dubai, Saudi Arabia also offers something Dubai struggles to provide: historical depth, and cultural heritage. Dubai built its identity on modern luxury and futuristic architecture. But novelty eventually fades. And tourists today increasingly want experiences connected to history, culture, and authenticity. At the same time, Dubai has become extremely expensive. And this may be one of the biggest reasons ordinary tourists are slowly disappearing. For years, Dubai succeeded because it offered affordable luxury. Middle-class visitors could save money for months and enjoy a premium experience that still felt reachable. But somewhere after the pandemic, prices exploded, hotel rates surged, transport became expensive, restaurant costs climbed dramatically. The middle-class traveler who once formed the backbone of Dubai tourism started getting priced out. And without those millions of regular visitors, the numbers begin falling very quickly. Then there's the geopolitical problem. Dubai built its global reputation on neutrality. Russians, Europeans, Americans, Chinese, Indians, Arabs. Everyone could meet there for business and tourism without political tension. That neutrality became one of Dubai's biggest selling points. But global conflicts changed everything. After the Russia-Ukraine war, Dubai became a major destination for Russian wealth escaping Western sanctions. Luxury real estate boomed temporarily because of Russian money flowing into the city. But this also damaged Dubai's image in parts of the West, where critics increasingly viewed the city as a safe haven for sanctioned wealth. At the same time, tensions across the Middle East created new political complications. Dubai tried to maintain relationships with everyone simultaneously, but balancing all sides became harder and harder. Meanwhile, the real estate market started showing warning signs again. Property prices exploded after the pandemic, but much of the demand came from investors rather than permanent residents. Investors buy apartments as financial assets. They don't necessarily live there, shop there, or contribute to the local economy long term. And when a property boom depends too heavily on speculative money, it becomes unstable very quickly. By late 2024, signs of stress started appearing. Delays in projects increased. Payment defaults rose. More sellers entered the market while transaction activity slowed. Those are classic warning signs of a possible correction. But perhaps the most important part of this story is the workforce behind Dubai itself. Around 90% of Dubai's population consists of expatriates. The city runs on imported labor. Construction workers, hotel staff, retail employees, drivers, service workers. Millions of people came from abroad to keep the city functioning. When the economy weakens, these workers do not stay unemployed inside Dubai. They leave. Their visas expire, contracts end, and they return home. That means official unemployment numbers often stay low, even while large numbers of workers quietly disappear from the city. And that may already be happening. Reports suggest migration growth has slowed significantly. Small business owners are leaving. Service workers are leaving. Construction workers are leaving as projects slow down. The strange part is that despite all these warning signs, Dubai keeps building. More towers, more resorts, more artificial islands, more megaprojects. Why? Because the economy cannot stop. Construction itself became the engine of Dubai's entire system. Millions of jobs, investments, and financial flows depend on endless expansion. If construction slows too much, the slowdown could trigger an even bigger collapse. So Dubai continues building because stopping may be even more dangerous. This is the same pattern seen in other debt-driven economic booms throughout history. Growth must continue because the system was designed around permanent expansion. Now, does this mean Dubai will suddenly collapse tomorrow? Probably not. The most likely future is slower and more complicated. Dubai still has enormous advantages. It remains a major business hub. It still attracts wealthy investors. Its infrastructure is world-class, and the UAE government has powerful financial resources. But the era of unstoppable growth may be ending. The image of Dubai as a city where prices, tourism, and construction rise forever is becoming harder to sustain. The empty spaces inside luxury malls, are symbolic of something much larger. A city trying to maintain the illusion of infinite growth while the foundations underneath become increasingly unstable. The lights are still on. The fountains still dance. The skyscrapers still shine across the desert skyline. But behind that image, Dubai may already be fighting the most important economic battle in its history.